Alright YouTube, what is going on? My name is Bigfoot, welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play here on SimAirport in career modes. This is episode number 8, and it's been a long time since I played this game, I'm not gonna lie. As some of you may have known, I've been away for the past month in America, and it's been really about 35 days since I recorded this, about 5 weeks since I last recorded this game. So, for many of you would have watched the last episode 3 days ago, and thank you for all the support that the series has had. It came out when I was away, and overall it's done relatively well. I'm very happy with it. Also in-game as well, happy with how the airport's going, though in the last episode or two I did notice that I was stagnating a little bit. These things happen, but I have gone ahead and done some stuff off camera. So we've made some changes outside, just moved some zones around, nothing too large. We've also gone ahead and opened up this new corridor. We'll be closing this smaller corridor here, and this just allows us to have more room really for security if and when needed, which I reckon it shall be quite soon. I've also let the game run just so I can get some more finances, very important for me. Then upstairs there's been a few changes as well. I've added new restrooms, added to this office bit a bit, and we're all ready now to go ahead and build the restaurant as well, which is exciting. The big thing I want to touch on first of all though is money and also research. Research is the big thing, because I was talking about quite a few things at the end of the last episode. I went back and watched it and really just went over what I needed and what I don't need. So the first thing that we're really looking into is baggage. That was one thing. Baggage, I don't actually have an automated baggage system yet, so all that happens is this car comes along, this golf cart, and drops off bags here willy-nilly, which is not good at all. If we go underground though, we have started to do some building, or we're going to plan to start doing some building. I obviously haven't started doing any underground building yet, which isn't good, so we need to go ahead and do that. That's a priority number one, just because, especially when we get another gate, which I want to add one quite soon, it's going to cost me a lot of money to go ahead and, or it's just going to be a mess. I mean, the ticketing area supports the 3 gates we have right now, but realistically we need an automated system. But automated systems cost a lot of money, and this game has drastically changed since it first launched. The baggage system now is a very complex baggage system. You need conveyor belts, you need lots of different things, and it is something I really want to get in here, but it is going to take some time, just because it is quite a logistical nightmare. On top of that as well, need to expand the runway. I also want to go ahead and kit out the upstairs here as well a bit more. We're going to add in a new gate today as well. That is something which is also very important to me indeed. Okay, so let's first of all start off by having a look at actually airline interest, because that is the biggest thing, because I want to see what sort of planes we are still attracting. We are running a relatively full schedule. I could possibly get 1 or 2 more flights in, but previously I've removed flights for a reason, so I'm happy with how the schedule is right now. Let's filter by large and extra large, so no large or extra large planes can come by here. So we can get more small ones in, which is fine, and that's what I think we'll do. So we'll build another small gate, and then from there, after that, that is when we'll need to go ahead and think about the, I guess, mass expansion which will be required. So let's start off by building this gate. Now I realise this goes against some of the stuff I said in the last episode, but this is really what I'm going to do for now anyway, just to raise some more finances, because the amount of finance I need is a lot, a crazy amount. If we go ahead and actually look at the daily profit and loss on the cash graph, ignore the red line, just look at the green line really. The income is steadily going up, it's up to about 225,000 a day. However, again, if I can get that up to maybe 300,000, it's going to make the world a difference, it really will do. And it means we can also expand at a faster rate, because I feel we're having to wait to earn money right now, which is kind of frustrating. Okay, so with that done there, now what we're going to do is go ahead and expand the terminal once more. So we'll go ahead and have quite a large expansion. I think that, I mean, that shall do for now, and then the time that gets built, that'll take a while to get built. So once that's done, then we'll be able to go ahead and start to kit that out. What I do want to do though is I want to jump over to the restaurant, because that's another revenue stream which we can go ahead and explore, and it's something that I really do want to start off by doing. So let's go ahead and filter by restaurant items. So what you need in a restaurant, you need multiple things in a restaurant. We'll also need a kitchen as well. So if we can find restaurant in here, is it just cafe now? I think cafe and restaurant are two separate things, so they were when I previously played this game, but it's currently not looking like it. I'll also need to add in lounges as well, that'd be pretty cool. I think they'd be quite easy as well. Right, yeah, I think maybe cafe... Passengers happy spending money here, so are you. Requires cash register. Do they not have restaurant anymore? Do I need to unlock it? Maybe it is just cafe then. I swear it used to be separate. Unless I need to unlock it. I'm just gonna double check here. Standby gates. I do want to work on this actually, light rail transit. I realise I'm not working on anything right now, so I might as well go ahead and do that. And there's not really... No, it must be just cafe now. Okay. Fair enough, let's do that. Right, so let's go ahead and build out this cafe. It's gonna take up most of the room here, and then we'll have a kitchen at the other end. So you require... Yeah, right, okay, yes, this is basically a restaurant. So I don't know what we're gonna call this yet, but it's just gonna be... I mean, the restaurant, you don't... It's not... There's not a lot of customization in it. It is just an extra revenue stream which we can have, which again will make us more money. So I cannot really complain about that at all. Right, so what we want to do is we want to have some cash registers. We want to have quite a lot at the entrance actually. And then we'll probably have a seating area as well at the entrance. So realistically I'm probably building too many, but it is good to have more than less. So we're going to have all those. Then what we're going to do is, I'm going to check zones again quickly. No, definitely not. Right, okay, so for the kitchen we'll need... It's basically pizzas it mainly is. So it needs a pizza oven, refrigerator, prep cart, not pep cart, cooker, kitchen sink, and then it requires an enclosed space. So that's quite easy to achieve. Very easy to achieve indeed. And then I guess we just kit the rest of the place out with furniture pretty much. So let's go for some tables and some chairs. So we're going to go a bit more higher end. So there's going to be bush, chair, table, and then we'll have... one there, then we'll have two, then we'll have two. So it's going to be a massive place, an absolutely massive place. We'll start it off large anyway, and then we'll go from there, and then we'll have another two there. Yeah, this might be too big actually. We'll see how things go anyway. I do want to make sure there is room to move around as well. That's quite important for myself. So we'll just go ahead and do something like this. Actually, no, I made a mistake, Each chair requires its own table, so we need to double up the tables, which is easy enough to do as well. A lot of this stuff is just coming back to me slowly. Again, I've not built a restaurant in this series, so it is taking a bit of time. Right, tables. We need some more tables in here and here. There's also coffee tables as well. I'm not really at all sure. I realise the game's also updating continuously, and I have not read the latest patch notes. Not that I don't think much has changed since I last played about 5 weeks ago. There doesn't seem to be any significant things. I probably would have noticed by now. Anyway. Right, okay, so let's have some more of this in here. And that works out perfectly, actually. Right, so we'll also have... Yeah, let's double this corner part up here. Then what we're going to have is just have some sofas for like a waiting area here. Right, so this will start off the cafe. I think this will be fine to start off with. So let's run the game again. And then they can go ahead and start to kit all this out. Then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and grab ourselves a wall. Now the kitchen needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide. So we'll cut that off there. Then what I'm going to do is just going to unzone this section here like so. Now the kitchen again as well is going to be extremely big. Again, we can change the size of stuff. We've got all this room to expand out to our left here, which I will be happy to do if required. Right, so we're looking for the kitchen, if I can spell. We'll just jump into here, grab this, and put that in there. So that's fine, and now with that we can go ahead and kit this out. So, first of all, prep carts is the most important thing, because they go in the middle. Now, you don't really use cookers to be... It's really weird, this game, how this game works. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then... I would like a gap in the middle, actually, like that. Then we want pizza ovens. Pizza ovens are really important as well. So we'll have lots of these. And then after that, then we can just have... I mean, you don't really use cookers, so we can just have 2 cookers. We also need refrigerators, which these do need stock, to be fair, so these are also quite important, I guess you could say. And then we also need What's the last thing? We need a kitchen sink is what we need. So we'll get 2 of these in here. And then that should do the trick. Right, so that's the kitchen pretty much kitted out as well, which is good to see. So now all we really need is staff. Now it's food workers is what we need. So let's go ahead and hire 10 of these people. Now, these people basically take the orders and they do the cooking. It's quite strange. I'm not really at all sure why. And then what we also need to do is... It's going to take a long time to bring everything in here, evidently. We need to assign the kitchen, I believe, to the cafe. Or vice versa. I can't... Oh no, it's the cash registers which need to assign to the kitchen. That's what it is. So I very quickly need to do this. And then we should be good to go. Now this is very much not the final product. And so much of this airport is nowhere near the final product that I want it to be. For example, the offices, I've gone ahead and kitted out some of the offices to their maximum, but the area surrounding that I want to kit out more. Downstairs as well. I want to go ahead and sort out the before security area. After security is looking pretty complete for me, to be honest. There's not too much more I would add in, but going forward I do want to make it a little bit more, I guess... I don't know, it is a bit bland, especially before. Right now there's just lots of empty space. I feel I can use this space to a much better use. But again, a lot of that stuff requires research, or it requires work anyway. Right, okay, let's go ahead and clear these walls out for the time being. Then I want to go ahead and start to lay my carpets, because I do, yes, have an obsession with carpets. There's been a lot of comments about that. It's something, it's just clear. You can clearly see the layout of my airport from the carpets. And I think it is quite important to have a system like that. 1 for passengers, but also 2 for me as well. I know what's going on, I know where walkways are, I know where people should be, shouldn't be, so on and so forth. If you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so how are we doing here? This place should pretty much be open now as soon as a kitchen sink is put in place. The only thing is we need access though, and that would be quite important. So let's get some doors. As you can already see, people are coming in and waiting. I evidently need to add in some more tables. So let's go ahead and do that and fill in the gaps very quickly. So there's doors here. Kitchen has no available inventory. How do we do this? Inventory. So you are done by operations, transport and delivery. No. You're done by something like this though. Maintenance. It's not maintenance. Right, let me have a think here, and we're gonna work this out. So first of all, is it staffed? I need like delivery people. I'm gonna hire a ramp agent, but that's not related to this anyway. Janitors, I feel we could do with some more janitors as well. I realise I'm spending a lot of money all of a sudden here. It's kiosk scheduling? Nope. Is it kiosk scheduling? No, but I do know where it is. It's in one of these menus, I can tell you that. Which menu is it in? Finance Hub. Airport Value. Nope. Right, I'm going to very quickly go ahead and work this out. So I believe the issue is that until I go ahead and unlock... I was right with transport and deliveries, and it is retail here, but I've not unlocked that, and until I do unlock this, it happens only every night. So basically I need to wait until midnight. This should refill, and then the cafe will be operational tomorrow, which again should hopefully go ahead and help out my hunger satisfaction, and generally just increase the airport's popularity overall. Now while I've been waiting on that, letting the game run, we have managed to go ahead and complete another piece of research, which was the light rail transit. And the reason was because there was a lot of people land up waiting out here. Now the buses can cope, I went ahead and upgraded the buses, but it would be nice to have alternative transport options available, and that's something which I want to go ahead and allow for. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build the one platform which we have. So this is going to cost me... wow, a lot of money. A lot of money. Right, okay, we'll wait on that for a bit. I'm actually going to build it probably about in the middle here though, because realistically as time goes on the ticketing hall is going to expand up here up to, all the way up to maintenance in fact. It's going to change orientation as well, especially when we get the baggage systems in. They take up a lot of room, you'll be surprised, they do take up quite a bit of room, so It is something which, long term, we will go ahead and figure out, but at least we know we can now go ahead and place that, which is good. Right, okay, so the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and start to work on gate number 4, so we can go ahead and get some flights in here shortly. I realise that we're also going to have runway overcrowding as well. All these issues that we are going to touch on, do not worry. First things first though, let's get some lovely carpets down. Right, so let's extend you to there, bring you down to there. Then, how is this going to work? Are we just going to bring this down? I think we probably should just bring that down to there. And then extend you along like so, which is fine. And then just fill in the blanks pretty much. Which isn't costing me too much money. Carpets don't cost a lot of money. Again, that's why I think they're so important. And there we go, that is that part pretty much sorted out, which is good. And we'll probably expand over here later on in the episode, or in the next episode as well. Again, just giving more seating. I do expect upstairs to be much more popular as soon as this place is kitted out. Though again, it's hit midnight and this hasn't filled up, which is very strange indeed. If it's not like that, then I will have to hit the Googles and see what's going on. Where are you off to? It's very odd for you to just disappear like that. Again, I can't remember how you get into this. Transport and deliveries. Assuming that would be some research, but it's not. Is it aviation? No, that's. Oh, that's runway configuration. Jeez. Yeah, there's nothing obvious that would jump out at me to say, oh, this is to do with. I mean, maybe it's technology. Maybe, but I mean, it's not a technological, it's deliveries. Deliveries don't really require that much technology. It's not going to be land expansion, it's not going to be longer light rail trains, not going to be multi-lane access operations, standby gates, not lower tax or not one-way taxiways, so it's not jumping out to me, but oh, something's happened. Right, so they're now full, which is good, and as we can see now, the cafe is underway, so our servers are busy. Very, very busy indeed. They're taking people's orders, but lots of people are all of a sudden coming upstairs. Now, you left because, why? You were waiting too long? I think the problem is we don't have enough servers. Because as you can see, they take someone's order, then they go into the kitchen and make it themselves. It's not a very efficient system, but it's always been like this. And all of a sudden we've got lots and lots of people waiting. Problem? Yes, very much so. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and first of all, maybe adding some new seats already, because this place is kind of chock-a-block. I think we need to add some more servers as well, which is easy enough to do. So let's hire another 6. So that should hopefully go ahead and maybe help curve the demand. I'm not really sure. I mean, are all the workers in here? It doesn't seem like 16 people are moving around, but I don't know where else they'd be. No staff, yeah, so they're complaining at that. I suppose some of the new hired workers are only just arriving now. That looks like them coming in now. But this place is just too busy. So we need to go ahead and expand on this ASAP. Right, let's grab some more tables and let's do a similar thing to what we were doing. That's going to have to be a single, but outside of that we should be able to double everything else up. Or actually, we'll make a large table of 4 here. It's going to have to be a slightly different layout here. And then we can do that like so. Let's go ahead and get some chairs in. Now, I'm not really at all sure initially how profitable this is going to be, to be honest. I'm kind of a bit confused at how it is going to do, because I'm not really expecting it to do amazing until I get it all properly done. Oh, this is really awkward, isn't it? Yeah. This just looks a mess is what it looks like. We can't have a seat there. This is just messy. This is messy. I'm really just unsure how profitable it's going to be is the bottom line. That's what I'm trying to say. What we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and put seats right down there, which is fine. I can't remember if the staff can. I know customers can go between the rows, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, you know what? We're just going to kit it out there as well. Then what we're going to do is I want to turn that around and then table. We'll just kit that out. So it looks a bit odd, but it's not too bad. Then what I want to do is add in some benches over here just for people to wait if they're waiting hypothetically. Then we can maybe get some more tables in over here. And then I think that should do anyway. I think that should hopefully go ahead and help curve the overcrowding in here. It is dying down a bit, but again, it also depends on departures. It also depends on the amount of staff, and it also depends on the amount of restaurants and other food stuff you have in the airport. That is also very important. This is the first restaurant we've got here, and it's overcrowded, but if you build 2 or 3, or if you have more food kiosks, for example, it does go ahead and, I guess, spread the demand. Which, I mean, that's logical, it makes sense. If you've got more places to eat, then there's probably not going to be as much demand. Right now, there's not a lot of places to eat. There's a few stalls downstairs, but right now, things are extremely busy anyway. Right, okay, let's go ahead and speed this game up to its full again. Let's jump back into table. What I want to try do by day 54... Why can I build there? Odd. I want to have the next gate in operation. As we can see, it's just mentally overcrowded. And I need the builders to hurry up and come and finish everything off. That's what I need as well. Oh, there's way too many people here. I mean, I'm glad more people are coming upstairs, so that is a positive, but even still, it is just crazy, crazy. As we can see downstairs, I feel it's a bit quieter, to be honest. Which is nice, and I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, to be fair. But what we're going to do now is we're going to move over into this area. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and grab our trusty benches, because that is probably the most important thing you need in an airport, is areas to sit down. And then we'll just go ahead and add in 8 benches down here. I'll leave this gap for now, and the arcade will keep that there as well for the time being also. Now what we really need to do is just go ahead and add in the gates, agent desks, and then also the queues, and then we are pretty much ready to accept flights. We don't need to really change the infrastructure too much, which is good. Because the security and the ticketing can all handle a wee bit of an expansion. Now, it couldn't handle like 2 or 3 new gates, but it could handle 1. And then we're also going to have to look at the... I mean, I feel restrooms could be a bit better. I feel a few different areas like environment can still be better, hunger. So, I mean, there's lots of these little things, but I don't think the airport's going to come to a stop anyway. It shouldn't be too bad. But again, we'll just really have to wait and see. That's me just assuming, if anything. Right, okay, so let's go ahead and add in these 2 queues here. It's been a long time since I've drawn queues, that is for sure. Let's remove that queue. What is this? A visualization tool which shows queues and assignments. Alright, okay, so that just shows... Oh, that's quite smart. I never knew that was there. Though the game is lagging when I do that view. In saying that, we're getting to the stage where there's so many passengers, the frame rate... The game's just naturally not good when it gets lots and lots of passengers. It's not overly optimized, which is a real shame because I like building massive airports and essentially pushing the game to its limits, but the game doesn't like being pushed to its limits. That is for sure. Okay, right, so that is these queues built, which is great. So we're going to assign you to you, and then assign this gate also to there. Then what we need to do is go ahead and assign to these queues as well, and then we're going to go ahead and assign you to you and you, and then I guess we can do crossover to assign to you as well. I'm not going to bother with first or second class this time because I've learned my lessons from previous gates, and you're going to be A4 is what you're going to be. A4, which is fine. Finally, what we need to do is go ahead and upgrade the taxiways, which is easy enough to do. That's only costing me, what, 15,000, just above. And then we're good to go, which is nice to see. Okay, so with that done, we can and should be able to just accept more planes. Which is what we're going to do. So let me go ahead and... I want to pause this game by midnight, so I can go ahead. Is that gate in operation? Yep, and... Yeah, right, okay, so that gate is in operation. I was confused there. I was like, why is it not updated? Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. But we can go ahead and now search for airline interest on gate 4A. So again, what we're going to do is we're just going to try and fit everything in nicely. We're going to go ahead and... Yeah, see, runway length's also going to be an issue because I don't know how many planes we can accept here. Because these beach planes only carry 19 passengers, and I mean, that's just really not worth it at all, to be honest. So, if you're just beaches, I don't want to take you planes. Then we've got here 707, which carries 180, but we can't handle that. We can take this DHQ400, but I can't remember how many passengers this has. Unless that must be this must be a 50 passenger one here, yeah, so we'll take that. That's in the morning. Then we've got another 50 passengers, so we'll take that. Union Air has 2 planes, it's got an A320, 150, we can take both of them though, so we might as well. So that starts us off with 4 flights. Again, what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and fill up the gaps. So I think planes depart every half hour in the morning. So if we put you at 7:30 or so, then you're part of the first rush, which is fine. Then all these flights are evening flights, aren't they? Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have you at 6:15, I guess. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put in... Tell you what, we're actually going to use gate A3 here as well. We're going to push you back. We're going to have 2 planes at the same time. Exactly the same time. No, we can't have that though. What we'll do is we're going to move you up 15 minutes. We'll have you in between. So we'll have you at 7. And then you'll be at 7:30 on gate 2. So that's fine. Then what we'll do is we'll have you at 9:30 in there, which is fine. Then what I will do is I think we're actually going to have to put this flight onto gate number... Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, so you're going to have to go into gate number 3 and that sorts that out. So I just need some afternoon flights preferably. Again, there's not a lot, but I can take 1. I also can take another AM one, to be fair. The next thing we are going to do is increase the runway length, though. That's something which I think would be really good idea to do. Right, so that's just got some more flights anyway. I can take 1 more in the morning. Starflight. I will take... Yeah, let's take this Boeing 737 in here, and let's... First of all, get rid of that. And let's put you in around 10 AM or something. Scheduling's not perfect, but when I add in, like, a 5th gate, I'm going to have to redo the whole scheduling anyway. I do apologise, something just knocks there off my desk. Right, so we can fit another 1 flight in the afternoon, but right now there's no one really wanting to fly in the afternoon, but that's fine. That should all take place as of tomorrow, I believe. So we'll wait for the day to tick over. Got a lot of money right now as well, which is nice to see. I'm quite happy about that. Means we can go ahead and do expensive things, like maybe go ahead and add in the... I mean, I don't know, should I extend the runway or should I go for the light rail trains or transit? I think we might go for the passengers first actually, then work on the runway, because we need to work out how we're going to lay out this airport long term as well, because I'm wasting a lot of room here. I really am. But I mean, we are probably going to expand anyway, so that's also not a problem. Right, but let's look at today's flight schedule. So, the new gate has flights at 7:30 and 10:15, it looks like. So if we jump into here, we've got one at 7:30 at A4, yeah, so A4 flights are scheduled, which is good to see. So that means, again, we hopefully should bring in some more money. If we go back and check the profits and loss, and we look at the raw income per day, so if we look at yesterday's raw income, we can see it was 241,000. Now, okay, we spent a lot of money, but we're just looking at this figure here, 241,000. That should probably be up about 270 tomorrow, maybe, I'm hoping. And then maybe from there we can maybe try and push it on to 300,000, which would be wonderful. Okay, so this is our first batch of customers arriving in. Again, I feel ticketing is... Security will handle this. Security will handle this upgrade, no problem. But it's just, I'm wondering about ticketing, because ticketing is... and baggage. We really need to sort out baggage. That is one priority we need to do. I mean, there's so much you need to do for large gates. That's the issue. But there we go. That's our first flight in this morning. You're scheduled to depart at 7:30, which you should do no problem. Then we've got this flight in again, scheduled to leave at 8. Then there should be one at 8:30 and then one at 9. This one's scheduled to leave at 8:30. And then gate A4 should be scheduled to leave at 9. What I might do is actually extend the taxiways as well. So, I mean, the pattern is going well. Handling everyone. We're spreading the load. How's the restaurant doing? It's doing not bad at all. There's a wee bit of a queue, but it's not too bad. I feel I could hire maybe 1 or 2 more people in here. though I'm not really at all sure if that would be the best idea or not. Can I add in a table into that gap? This is really bugging me. Yeah, there we go. Right, perfect. Okay, I do want to make this place a little bit more fancier as well. We'll add some more detail to it now as well, while we can. So let's just get some more bushes, like more decorative bushes. Let's go ahead and add these in here and here, 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 and here. Now, what else can we really do? Not too much more to this place, to be honest. What I will do, though, is... yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We can't really add anything else. That'll do. Just adds a little bit more, having some green in it. Also should hopefully go ahead... I mean, it's really not moving up from 50-51% environmental satisfaction, so... it's something which I've tried to work towards, but as you can see right now, it's just too many people in the airport, so we need more restaurants going forward, which is something which we'll focus on, but not right now. Anyway, I realise that this is probably contributing as well to the profits. I'm hoping it is in the profits, though I'm not 100% sure. Let me go ahead and... how do I tell individual profit? Retail. And then we're looking for cafe. So retail food income, is that all net profit? It must not be. Oh well, it is, but then the expenses is 4,500. So we're making about, what, 11,000? It looks like, from the restaurant per day, or that was from today so far. So how did we do yesterday? If we look at retail, we look at food income 24,000. We only spent 4,500, so we made 20k off this restaurant yesterday, which is extremely nice. Or no, income pizza joints, $226. But then is retail food income part of that? I'm not really at all sure here, to be honest. It's difficult to say. When we've got such a large volume of customers, I don't think we're pulling in just $226. Plus, airports, you can charge a lot of money for food, and a lot of airports do that. So I'm not really at all sure, but we'll leave it for the time being anyway. I'm just quite happy with how things are going, to be honest. I really am. We are earning a lot more money. So what we are going to do is we're going to add in the rail stop platform. So this is going to go, as I said, over here. That's been built. I think it's just automatically built straight away. So what passengers will do now is, instead of waiting in the pickups area, they can cross over and they can just go ahead and also be dropped off here as well, and then they can just wait. So at least they have the choice now, which is good. It means as well I don't really have to worry about passengers again until I add a few more gates. It's something that has always been at the back of my mind the last 2 or 3 episodes, but it's an area we can leave now. And I can only add in one platform anyway, so I can't really do too much more with the transport anyway, except add more buses or trains, which is something which is not needed right now anyway. As we can see, it's got a capacity of 150 and only 28 people were on it there, so I think we're fine. Okay, so with all that said now, that's an operation. Where do we go from here? Very good question indeed. I think we need to start to look at external upgrades. So taxiways and runways is the next thing we're going to do, and start to plan out the airport a bit more. So what I want to do is build along to there and build along to there, just so we have the seconds extra. Basically right now everything's getting choke pointed at this part here, which is not good at all. Then I also want to go ahead and runway. Now, first of all, this condition of runway, it could be a little bit better, arguably. What I also want to do is extend the length, and I'm just wondering what it is, if it's asphalt or concrete. And it is asphalt? I think that's how you pronounce it. So we're going to go ahead and expand upon that as well. Asphalt. Now, I need to go ahead, and I think I need to remove the lighting. That's the one thing I probably will need to do, which is fine. This runway, I'm going to try and expand it to the maximum length I possibly can. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pause, because that's all the planes out of the game. Now what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade. I could add in some more runway precision approach path indicators. That's something which we will do. Operations panel, not bothered. I do want to repair now. I actually want to remove the lights. Can I remove the lights, or... because I can't seem to extend the runway right now when... suitable, too short for small air. Yeah, exactly. So I want to. There we go. That's how you do it. Right. Okay. So we expand you. Blocked by pending construction. It's already in. Yeah. Okay. Expansion. Right. I get you. So we're just gonna expand it more to this. I'm also gonna need more taxiways here, aren't I? Right. Yes. So we're gonna expand it by. I need the builders to hurry up and come and do this first of all. That's quite important. We need to make sure as well that this runway is cleared for 5 AM to be safe. 5:30, 5:40 is roughly when the first flight lands in the morning. So if you guys can hurry up and complete this. We also need to get a taxiway in as well and expand this even more. So the builders are here, which is good. I'm not really at all sure how much extra length this is really gonna, if it's gonna do much good, to be honest. We'll destroy that part of the taxiway. How are we doing? Is there no, like, progress percentage on this? Or doesn't look like there is. Right, so you are, I think, back to normal. You are, which is good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue to expand this along here. How far can we go? Not much further, to be honest. But that's good. That's a much, much, much longer runway. Then what we're gonna do is add in a taxiway here. Oh no. No, we need to move the maintenance center. Alright, tell you what, we're gonna demolish that. Oh no, I've really, really shot myself in the foot here, haven't I? Right, it's gonna be major delays tomorrow morning. Major delays. I didn't really think this through, and I never really do half the time, to be honest. So what we're going to have to do is, first of all, remove the air traffic control tower, which isn't ideal, but it's something which needs to be done. Then we're going to just stick it in down here, as well as with the maintenance center. We're also in a lot of debt as well, I've just realised now, which isn't great. So with that said, we're also going to go ahead and there's going to be a lot of delays in the airport this morning, that's for sure. Clear all that, and then zones-wise as well, we need to clear all this too. So that's all going to move out in a second. Now, this runway is still under construction. Flights are just going to be missed today. Today's just going to be... Let's just ignore today. Day 55 is not going to be a good one, unfortunately. What we need to do now, though, is add in the new taxiways. Now we have some room. Though, for some reason, blocked by pending construction. Yeah, because the runway's still not finished being built, which is fine. And... voila, welcome to the mess that is. So as we can see, I mean, the customer satisfaction today is not going to be good. People are just panicking, people are just running around. As you can see, all these speech bubbles are basically just people swearing or, oh, I've missed my flight and stuff like that. So, not great for the airport at all. But it kind of comes with upgrades. And I guess me not thinking as well. So, partially my fault, yes. But this was going to be required at some point anyway, you know, so I don't really take too much of the hit. Should be able to get some flights in here today, though. Can we build this? Blocked by roads. Must be sufficiently clear of... There we go. Right, so we should be able to get flights in now. We should be able to get flights back in now. We're also going to go ahead and add in some... runway upgrades as well. Add in these... I swear we built these, you know that, I really do. I feel... I mean, I played this game so much, though, that it all really adds up. But that is that now sorted, so we should get planes coming back in. You are connected at both sides. The runway condition needs to be a bit better as well, to be honest, but I don't have any maintenance tools right now because we deleted the maintenance shed, so that's something which we'll sort out shortly. Right, here we go. So we are getting some flights in, which is good. Some stuff today will travel. At least half the schedule we should get done. We had to cancel 1, 2, 3. We only had to cancel 8 flights. So the early morning grouping and then the mid-morning grouping. We're getting the lunchtime grouping in, which is fine. And then, yeah, we should still get a lot done today anyway. We should just about get back to profit, which is good to see. Okay, so with that upgrade now, means we can accept longer planes. Runway is much, much, much longer. I'm much happy about it now, which is great to see. As we don't have money though, what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is I am going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here. So hope you have enjoyed it. Please leave a like, rating, subscribe if you are new around here. I think that in the next episode, I'm going to do 1 or 2 things off camera. So I'm going to tidy some stuff up, gonna sort this area out here. I'm gonna go ahead and I think it's time to start working towards the baggage systems. That is the most important thing personally, because again, we need to upgrade ticketing and we need to upgrade the whole baggage problem. It needs to be sorted now before I forget about it, because everything else in the airport is doing relatively well. I'm quite happy with it. Again, we'll also probably expand out this corner as well, but I need to let the game run for just a few days just so we can accumulate a bit more money. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. My name is Bigfoot, and I'm out.